the year 2025 had just started, like immediately after fireworks. We were really just settling in when the first story broke that there wouldn't be any more fireworks. Americans started the year realizing they didn't just vote Trump. Their election was a buy one, get one free. Trump starts his term, and as part of the famous first 100 days, he reminds his country that the only sexes that shall be recognized will be male and female. The fact that that has to be said is a problem itself. Then Trump and his disposable friend end USAID. He said it wasn't making us better after all. President Trump, USAID was not in Uganda to fund rocket projects. It was here to help people to not die. Uganda showed the world that there's more ways to be a present father. When your son starts working, go to work with him. 2025. Everyone got married. Everyone got divorced. And everyone stayed single.
Sorry.
Love was just confusing in 2025. One part, people are saying money can't buy you love. Others saying it actually can. Cass, she must have invented the saying, I'd rather cry in a Rolls Royce. But no matter what you're doing for love, think twice before getting a Coldplay concert involved. Everyone got BBL, everyone got Ozempic. You guys want to be big and small at the same time. 2025, the sport called boxing died. Real boxers didn't matter. It was no longer about belts. Belts meant nothing. Actually, a champion returned one. Here in Uganda, socialites that have been wanting to beat each other used the sport so they can beat themselves legally. Around the world, to make money in boxing wasn't about your talent anymore. You just needed to show you have many followers on TikTok. Then they would get professional boxers to cut and raise for you, a content creator to fight a 60-year-old man. The only match that had real boxers that made money was between a former champion versus his fan. Boxing.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Rest in peace, Gogo. Jake Paul. I hope whatever you needed money for urgently, you finally solved it. Big artists had tours. Joshua Baraka, Beyonce, Asha, Chris Brown. Who Kenya wanted so bad, but he said he can't come because they don't have roads. Okay, there was something like that. Chris Brown, heaven will be viewers for you. Gen Z protests around the world. We are really lucky we finally have a generation that cares about its mental health. Because sometimes you just have to say enough is enough. Take matters into your own hands so that you can change things in your life. We spent the whole year here in the US saying it's going to ban TikTok tomorrow at midnight. Every day. Let's just accept that some things will never happen. Then all of a sudden, our relatives in the US started showing us more love than usual. They were coming back to check on us. They were coming in big numbers. We couldn't believe it was sweet, it was lovely. The only problem is they don't seem to be going back. I guess they really just missed us. UK, on the other hand, forced our other relatives to stay a bit longer. Then America, a country that only makes mostly student debt and diabetes, started a trade war with the country that makes everything else. Yes, they make everything. Where do you think your fake partner comes from? Thankful to the trade war, now I know the real shape of eyes of the Frenchman, Louis Vuitton. Before we could fix the roads, our Ministry of Transport enforced the system on how to use them. APS. Express penalty system. On what roads, Minister? Uganda's spending on EPS on its road is like a non-spending on an IUD. 2025, we learned that Trump and Bill Clinton belong to different parties until the party is prepared by Epstein. Poor Bill Clinton. There were Epstein files, but you mostly see Bill Clinton. Like, imagine if beer was labeled yogurt. There was so much Bill Clinton in every 3 photos, 4 are of Bill Clinton. It made me believe what he said, that he was no longer friends with Epstein, because appearing that many times you can't be friends there just means that Bill Clinton was probably a service provider, probably the drinks guy, MC, or a surfing kid. I really loved the kid. But guys, which sport is that and who won? Same thing with Kendrick Lamar at the Super Bowl. We know what he wore, we know the songs he sang and how he danced to each song, but ask Ugandans who won that game. Talking games, the Africa Cup of Nations started, but all I can recall, we used 3 goalkeepers to lose to Nigeria. More men on the job doesn't solve everything. Arsenal ended things with Rwanda, but to think about it, it's Rwanda that was risking, because even this season, Arsenal doesn't really know. Our own became mayor of New York City, and saying our own, I'm speaking for like 51 categories of people. Mamdani is the real image of success has many fathers. 2025, planes were crashing, lawsuits were flying. We also learned that if you have a sleep date, don't go to a Burna Boy concert. The region lost an icon. Kenyans, how did you illegally enter a plane? In Uganda, it is so hard to legally enter Uganda Airlines. The US government got shut down for weeks, but things were working. Us here, the government is open all the time, but so many people we lost. Diogo Jota and the brother, Hackman, George Foreman, Angie Stone, Giorgio Armani, Ozzy Osbourne, Hulk Hogan, Jane Goodall, Jimmy Cliff, Sagirinya, President Jim Carter, Rajiv, Shaka Sali, Professor George Kanyamba, the Pope Francis. Charlie Kirk. And that's true what they say. Nothing beats a G2. Iran and Israel. Things were flying in the air enough to have a bomb per person. I sat in Kampala hoping and praying the person dispatching missiles is not an intern or my ex. 2025. Trump wants a 3rd term. Museveni wants the Indian Ocean. And everyone else wants to start a podcast. Now it's 2026 here in Uganda and we have an election coming. I wish we saved taxpayer money and we just vote using Pop the Balloon.